If you're a man over 60 and you've quietly noticed that your morning erections have faded, that your desire isn't what it used to be, or that your confidence in the bedroom has taken a back seat, I need you to listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you might sound strange at first, but it's changing lives in ways modern medicine rarely talks about. Mix olive oil with cloves, take it 1 hour before bed, and you may unlock something powerful, something that speaks directly to your manhood. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, a professor of urology and a men's health specialist with over 30 years of clinical experience. I've dedicated my life to helping men reclaim their strength, restore their confidence, and live with purpose without becoming dependent on pills or invasive treatments. What if I told you that inside this ancient, natural mixture lies the key to supporting stronger blood flow to your penis, restoring lost sensitivity, and even lifting your testosterone levels in a way that feels natural, not forced? That's the beauty of it. It's simple, but it works with your body, not against it. In this video, I'll show you how this mixture helps boost nitric oxide, awaken nerve response, support testosterone, calm prostate inflammation, and restore your body's rhythm, all while you sleep. But there's one catch. It only works when you prepare and time it properly. I'll show you exactly how. Let's begin. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and turn on the bell, so you never miss another natural tip that could transform your health and confidence. And if this video speaks to you, just type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0, so I know how to serve you better. Alright, let's start with the first and perhaps most immediate benefit this mixture offers. Something every man over 60 needs to hear. When you combine extra virgin olive oil with clove water and take it before bed, it directly supports one of the most critical factors for erections, nitric oxide and blood flow. Here's how it works. 1. It boosts nitric oxide for stronger blood flow, down there. I'll never forget the moment one of my longtime patients, David, looked at me and said, "Doc, I know I'm not 30 anymore, but I just want to feel like a man again." He was 67, still sharp, still full of heart, but quietly battling something he didn't talk about with anyone, not even his wife. You could see it in his eyes, frustration, disappointment, maybe even a little shame. What most men don't realize is that the decline he was experiencing wasn't just about aging, it was about circulation. You see, erections are really a matter of blood flow. And the key to blood flow is a molecule your body produces called nitric oxide. It's what tells your blood vessels, especially those in the penis, to relax and open up, allowing blood to rush in and create a strong, sustained erection. But here's the hard truth. By the time you reach 60, your body produces far less nitric oxide than it did in your younger years, sometimes as much as 50% less. That's why what used to happen automatically now feels distant, delayed, or even impossible. That's where this powerful combination, extra virgin olive oil and cloves, comes into play. Cloves contain a natural compound called eugenol, which supports blood vessel dilation and helps stimulate the release of nitric oxide. At the same time, extra virgin olive oil is rich in polyphenols and oleic acid, which not only protect your arteries, but also support nitric oxide production at a cellular level. Taken together, and at the right time, before bed, these two ingredients create a kind of natural support system for your vascular health. For David, within just a few weeks, he told me something had shifted. "It's coming back," he said with a cautious smile. "Not just the function, but the feeling of being in control again." That's the beauty of this simple mixture. It doesn't override your system. It reminds your body how to work the way it used to, with smooth blood flow, better tissue oxygenation, and more responsive blood vessels where it matters most. And here's what I've seen time and again in my clinic. When you restore circulation down there, everything else starts to come back to life: desire, confidence, even morning erections. But here's something most men overlook, and it might be the hidden reason some men regain full sensitivity, while others still feel numb. It's not just about blood, it's about your nerves. And that brings us to something far more surprising. 2. It awakens nerve sensitivity and response in the penis. Several years ago, a gentleman named Charles came to see me. He was 72, recently retired, and in his words, doing everything right. He was eating healthy, walking every morning, staying mentally sharp. But there was one problem that was quietly stealing his joy. He said, "Doc, I can still get an erection, sometimes, but I don't feel it like I used to. The spark's gone. It's like the wires aren't connecting anymore." Now, this isn't something many men talk about. We hear a lot about blood flow, testosterone, and performance. But what no one tells you is that as you age, it's not just your plumbing that changes. It's your nerve sensitivity. The penis is full of nerve endings that are responsible for pleasure, arousal, and response. And over time, especially after 60, those nerves can become dulled by inflammation, poor circulation, oxidative stress, or even emotional burnout. It's like the signal gets weaker, the spark less intense. This is where the combination of clove and olive oil becomes truly fascinating. Clove, with its powerful compound eugenol, has been shown in emerging research to have neuroprotective and nerve-stimulating properties. It helps reduce inflammation around the nerve endings and may help reawaken sensation. Olive oil, on the other hand, serves as a natural carrier. Rich in healthy fats and antioxidants, it helps deliver the benefits of clove deeper into the bloodstream and tissues, including the fine nerve structures in the genital area. Together, they don't just increase blood flow, they help the nerves actually feel again. Charles called me after 3 weeks on the mixture. I still remember what he said. "It's like I've come back online. I didn't even know how much I had lost until I started feeling it again." And that's the emotional part of all this. You're not just chasing performance, you're chasing connection. To your body, to your partner, and to the part of you that still wants to feel fully alive. And as the nerves begin to reawaken, something else starts to shift. Your energy, your mood, even your drive. Which brings us to the next surprising benefit of this nightly ritual. One that can have a powerful impact on your masculinity, motivation, and overall vitality. Let's talk about what this mixture can do for your testosterone, naturally. 3. It supports natural testosterone function. Testosterone. For most men, it's not just a hormone, it's a feeling, a sense of power, purpose, and quiet confidence. And when it begins to fade, it doesn't always scream at you. Sometimes it slips away in silence. You're not as motivated in the morning. You don't feel that same fire when your partner reaches for you. You get tired faster, recover slower, and slowly. A part of you starts to dim. That's exactly what Harold told me. He was 65, still working part-time as a consultant and proud of his independence. But he came into my office and said, "Dr. Khera, I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm not depressed. I'm just not me." Now, his blood work confirmed what his body was already telling him. His testosterone levels had dipped well below optimal. And like many men, Harold was hesitant about jumping into hormone therapy. He wanted a natural approach, something that respected his body's rhythm. That's when I introduced him to the clove and olive oil ritual, not as a magic pill, but as a gentle way to nourish the system that creates testosterone in the first place. You see, testosterone isn't just about production, it's about support. And your body needs the right building blocks to keep that process going. Extra virgin olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fats, which are essential for converting cholesterol into testosterone. It also helps regulate inflammatory markers that can suppress hormonal activity. Meanwhile, clove is rich in flavonoids and plant sterols that support endocrine balance, helping the body produce and regulate testosterone naturally without throwing things out of sync. After just a few weeks of nightly use, Harold began noticing small but meaningful changes. He had more drive in the morning, more energy in the afternoon, and more interest in intimacy at night. He looked at me during his follow-up and said, "It's not just physical. It's like I'm showing up for my life again." And I can tell you, I've seen this shift in hundreds of men. When testosterone levels gently rise, it's not about aggression or youthfulness, It's about wholeness. That deep feeling of being grounded, clear, and fully alive in your own skin. But supporting testosterone is just one part of the equation. Because for many men over 60, there's another quiet enemy that slowly steals confidence. And it has nothing to do with hormones. It has everything to do with something most men never want to talk about, the health of their prostate. And that's exactly where we're going next. 4. It reduces prostate inflammation and urination issues. A lot of men don't talk about it, but I hear it all the time behind closed doors. The nightly trips to the bathroom, the weak stream, the lingering feeling that you didn't empty completely. It's frustrating, it's disruptive, and honestly, it's a little frightening when you don't know what's causing it. One of my patients, Bill, a 70-year-old retired firefighter, told me, "Doc, it's not the bedroom stuff that bothers me the most. It's getting up 3 times a night to pee. It's exhausting." What Bill was describing is something many men experience after 60, low-grade, chronic inflammation of the prostate. And here's the thing. An inflamed prostate doesn't just affect urination, it silently puts pressure on everything connected to your reproductive health, including your erections, your desire, and your quality of life. The prostate surrounds part of the urethra, so when it swells, it restricts urine flow. But it also creates an environment of tension and stress in the pelvic region, which can dampen sexual response and confidence. It's like trying to run a race with a weight tied around your waist. This is where the combination of clove and olive oil becomes incredibly helpful. Clove is a rich source of beta-sitosterol, a plant-based compound that has been studied for its ability to reduce benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, the technical term for prostate enlargement. It helps to relax the smooth muscle in the prostate and reduce the inflammation that causes it to swell. Olive oil adds another layer of benefit. Its anti-inflammatory compounds, especially oleocanthal and polyphenols, work to soothe internal inflammation at the cellular level. Together, they act like a natural tonic for the prostate, calming, nourishing, and restoring balance. Bill followed the nightly clove and olive oil routine for about a month. When he came back to see me, he laughed and said, "I still get up at night, but only once now, and I actually feel rested in the morning." But the real change came when he told me his confidence was coming back. He was no longer bracing for discomfort, he could relax again. And that changed everything. I've seen this same result in men across the board. When the prostate calms down, the whole lower body feels lighter, more open, more responsive. It's like flipping a switch you didn't know was off. And that brings us to something equally overlooked, but just as vital. Because this little bedtime drink doesn't just help you sleep better, it helps your body do something while you're sleeping that most men don't even realize is happening. Something that could completely change how you age from the inside out. Let's look at that next. 5. It works best when taken at this time. There's something almost sacred about the moments right before sleep. Your body is preparing to let go, to heal, to restore. And what you put into your system during that window can either support that process or quietly work against it. I remember talking to one of my patients, Raymond, 69 years old. He was eager to try the olive oil and clove mixture after hearing about the results other men were having. But when I asked him when he was taking it, he said, "Oh, just whenever I remember, sometimes after lunch, sometimes before dinner." That's when I explained something most people overlook. Timing matters more than you think. You see, the body operates on rhythm, your circadian clock. And certain hormones, repair functions, and vascular processes are triggered specifically at night during sleep. Testosterone production, nitric oxide regeneration, nerve repair, even prostate recovery. These all peak during your deepest rest cycles. So when you take this mixture an hour before bedtime, on a mostly empty stomach, you're not just feeding your body, you're fueling its ability to heal during the most important window of the day. That's when olive oil's healthy fats are absorbed most efficiently. That's when cloves' anti-inflammatory and nerve-supporting compounds move through your system without competition from heavy food or digestion demands. It's like you're giving your body permission to do its best work. In peace, without distraction. And when done consistently, ideally in 2-week cycles, followed by a 1-week break, this simple bedtime ritual becomes part of something larger, a rhythm, a reclaiming of vitality. Raymond called me after sticking to the nighttime schedule for 3 weeks. He said, "Doc, I didn't realize how restless I'd been. I'm finally sleeping deeper, waking up stronger, and, well, mornings feel like they used to." His voice had that quiet strength in it again, that grounded tone I hear when men start to feel whole. And that's what I want for you. Not just better performance, but better recovery, better connection, better peace with your body. Now, if you've been listening closely, you've probably realized this isn't about one miracle fix. It's about how small, natural choices, done at the right time, can awaken something you thought was lost. But before we wrap up, let me leave you with one final message. Because the real power of this ritual isn't just in what it does for your body, it's in what it reminds you about who you are and what you're still capable of. Let's talk about that now. Conclusion: a simple ritual, a powerful return. If you've made it this far, it tells me something important about you. You're not giving up. You're not settling for decline. You're still reaching for something better, not just for your body, but for your dignity, your connection, your confidence as a man. And the truth is, you don't need to reinvent your entire life to feel that spark again. Sometimes it begins with something simple, something natural, something you already have in your kitchen. Olive oil, clove, a quiet moment before bed. This isn't just a recipe. It's a signal to your body that you're still in the game, that you believe in your ability to heal, that you're ready to support circulation, restore sensitivity, awaken testosterone, and calm inflammation from the inside out. I've watched this small ritual create big changes in men who thought they were too far gone. But they weren't. And neither are you. Because being a man over 60 doesn't mean being broken. It means being wise enough to choose differently, to slow down, to nourish instead of force, to reclaim instead of retreat. So tonight, when the world gets quiet and you're alone with your thoughts, I hope you remember this. Your body still remembers how to be strong. It's just waiting for you to remind it. And this simple ritual may be exactly where that return begins. If this video helped you, even just a little, I'd be grateful if you gave it a like. It lets me know this message matters. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone quietly struggling who might need to hear it, and drop a comment below. Type 1 if you're going to try this, or let me know what topic you want me to cover next. Your voice matters here. If you believe in natural health and want to support the work I do, consider making a small donation. Every bit helps us reach more men who feel forgotten by the system. You'll find the donation link in the description. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, and I thank you for being part of this journey. One step, one night, one natural remedy at a time. Stay strong, stay curious, and most of all, stay hopeful. I'll see you in the next video.